So from Myrtle Beach, today we are going to take you on a walk down this beautiful beach on Easter weekend and show you what it's really like here. Hi, I'm Carmen. If you're new here, we cover everything in Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area. If you're a return viewer, welcome back. We are so glad to have you with us. So we've talked about, if you watched our What's Myrtle Beach Really Like in April, we talked about what Easter weekend is like and that it is fairly busy. It is not busy like Memorial Day or 4th of July, but a lot of people have Good Friday, which today is Good Friday. A lot of people have Good Friday off, and a lot of people have Easter Monday off. And then a lot of people have spring break around this time too. This year, Easter is a little later than usual. So some spring breaks have already happened, but some spring breaks are still connected to Easter. So this is a pretty busy weekend. If you're wondering, if you're thinking, well, this doesn't look that crowded, it's 9:30 in the morning. So and it's on a Friday, but tomorrow this will be a lot busier because a lot of people will actually drive in today and then stay for the weekend and maybe stay through Monday. So this is just going to get busier and busier. We just noticed, Brian pointed out, this is the first time we've seen a lifeguard this season. So we're actually getting into the proper season now. If you're wondering about the warmth of the water, it is not warm enough for Carmen to get in the water yet. I'll just tell you that right now. But you're going to see some people, usually kids or adults waiting. That's about all you're going to see at this point. Now later today when it's hotter, because the temperature is going to go up, I don't know what the temperature is right now, but it's not bad. It's very pleasant. I've got sleeveless shirt and shorts and I'm pretty warm, so it's a nice temperature. But later today it's going to get pretty hot and it's going to be pretty warm over the weekend. So you'll see some people swimming this afternoon, or more people I should say swimming this afternoon when it warms up more. I would say, actually I'll just check the weather while we're walking. I'll check on my phone so I can tell you what the current temperature is. But it is just a beautiful weekend. So if you're lucky enough to be here for Easter weekend, you picked a good time to come because the weather is fantastic. It really is. The weather in April is super variable. It can be chilly, it can be rainy, it can be windy, and instead we've got this very low wind. You can tell, like, see, no white caps, very low breeze, just a pleasant breeze, beautiful weather. It's just a really, really great weekend weather-wise. So if you're ever thinking about coming on Easter weekend, it's, like I said, it's not too bad. It's not like super packed. The traffic, unless you're out in the evening, is not super bad. It's just a little bit of an uptick from normal. So currently the temperature is 69 degrees, but the real feel is 73 because it's, like I said, there's no wind, bright sun. So it's just super pleasant today. So what are your plans for Easter? Leave it in the comments below. Do you celebrate Easter? Do you do any type of family thing for Easter? Do you actually go on some type of a trip for Easter? Let us know that in the comments. Brian and I usually do have a special meal or something like that. So yeah, we do celebrate Easter. And there are, if you're in town and you do, actually observe Easter from a religious perspective, there are multiple sunrise services up and down Myrtle Beach. You can just Google that to find one if you're here and you'd like to attend one. And I can say that is a moving experience to see the sun come up. It's just pretty amazing. Someone lost a little, I guess, watering can. That's sad. But anyway, there are definitely a lot of options here in all kinds of denominations. So, and there's also multi-denominational services on the beach, sunrise services. So that's an option if you are here for vacation and would like to partake. But by the way, if you're watching this the day this comes out, I'd like to say a happy Good Friday to you and happy Easter weekend. Hope you have an amazing weekend. If you're watching in the future, we're hoping you'll have a great day, whatever day you decide to watch this. Got the rental cabanas and stuff out. Again, first time this season that we've seen that. I always get questions about what the rental chairs cost. It varies. They're not all the same, so you just need to find a lifeguard. That's usually who you need to look for, or the best, Brian always says it, just sit in one. Somebody will find you. Somebody will find you. Also, I don't know if you saw our recent Garden City video. Garden City Beach is just to the south of Myrtle Beach. We've been, oh yeah, live crab. Brian spotted this. It's You can thank him for that. We would have totally missed it. Check him out on the move. Hey, buddy. But we have had so many jellyfish washing up. These cannonball, one of you corrected me. I thought these cannonball didn't sting at all. Apparently they do still have some ability, but it's very minor. It's very unusual, I think, to get stung by one, and they're not super stingy. I definitely wouldn't pick one up. I said that last time too. But the ones with the long tentacles, those are the ones you really got to keep an eye out for. But we've had more than normal, and if you're wondering why, it's purely currents and weather. That's all it is. They are, for the most part, yeah, they can move a little, but they mostly just go along with the current. So whatever's going on with the currents right now is bringing them into the shore. So we've seen quite a lot. But if you're worried, like I said, it's not super swimming weather anyway, but if you're worried about coming here and swimming, I have been coming here most of my life. Before we moved here, we had a vacation home here for 20 years, and we've lived here several years. And before that, we vacationed here, even before we had a place. So many years of me swimming in the ocean, and I love to swim. I love swimming, and I always get in the ocean in the summer. I've only been stung by a jellyfish once. It was very bad. I don't want to repeat it. But I had someone say jellyfish stings aren't that bad. I think it depends on what stings you and how good of a sting they get. Mine was very bad. But, you get over it and you go on, and it has not kept me out of the ocean. Like I said, one time in my entire life. So it's not something I am super scared. Now, if I see a ton in the water, am I going to jump in with them? Probably not. I'll just wait till I live here, so I could just wait till another day. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That helps other people find our video, and we greatly appreciate that. It really does help us out. And let us know, are you a regular video? Leave us a comment. Are you a regular video watcher of our videos, or is this your first time coming across our channel? Let us know in the comments. We always like to hear that and know if this is something that you watch most of our videos, or if you just now found us. We'd love to hear from you and know about that. These kids are having the best time. I don't know if you can hear them because my mic kind of dampens background noise so that you can hear me, but the kids are just squealing with joy. They're really having a great time. Always fun to hear. Also, as far as Myrtle Beach, there are all kinds of places to stay here. If you're not familiar with Myrtle Beach, or even if you are, you see these high rises, we have low rises, we have condos, we have Airbnb houses, you name it. And if you are not into the high-rise congested part of Myrtle Beach, you can always look into Surfside Beach, Garden City Beach that I just mentioned. If you'd like to find a video on our channel, just go to YouTube, put in Carmen and Brian, and in that case put in Garden City Beach. That'll come right up if you're interested in checking that out. Those are a little more low-key. North Myrtle Beach is sort of in between. It's not as low-key as Surfside and Garden City, but they still have some high rises and stuff, but it's still not as busy. It has a more relaxed vibe. And if you're not familiar, the city of North Myrtle Beach is a different city than Myrtle Beach. It is separate from Myrtle Beach. Got a little, I wonder what those are. Let's go check it out. It's a bunch of something. I guess it's just shells. They looked funny from a distance, but just a lot of shells. I'll get closer so you can see them. Just a lot of little shells. When you come to Myrtle Beach, do you enjoy shelling? We do. We definitely. And Brian has found a really large shark's tooth. Have you found any shark's teeth here? Yeah, he says it's megalodon. We looked it up, and based on the way it looks, it's either a juvenile megalodon or it's a great white, but because of the color, it's already fossilized. So it's a very old tooth that he found. So that was pretty cool. He found that at Huntington Beach State Park, and that is where we find the best shells also. I don't know what the magic is there, but it just seems like a really great place for shelling. We have several videos on that where we show some of our finds, some of our shells, so you can check those out on our channel. We got multiple videos on Huntington Beach State Park. It's south of here in Murrells Inlet. If you're interested, you're talking depending on traffic and time of year, a 20 to 30 minute drive from Myrtle Beach, so not bad at all. Now in the middle of summer, it'd be worse. And again, that's one of those things I go early in the day to avoid traffic. They open really early. I want to say they open around sunrise. It varies, just check their website, but they open pretty early in the day. So while we're passing these cute pups here, as far as Myrtle Beach, the times, you can just check the City of Myrtle Beach's website. There are certain times during the main season that you can bring your dogs out on the beach, and there are certain leash requirements. So if you're curious about that, just go to the City of Myrtle Beach's website and search for dogs on the beach, and that should come right up, and you can look at the rules surrounding that. So if you're bringing your furry friend with you, furry family member, it's definitely good to know those things before you get here. And obviously you need to clean up. I mean, everybody knows that, especially on the beach. But and we get questions about when the horses are allowed on the beach. Those are only allowed in the off season, so that has already ended. And so they are not allowed on the beach this time of the year for obvious reasons. I think you can read between the lines and figure that out. I see someone up ahead fishing on the beach. If you fish on the beach, you do need a fishing license. If you don't fish on the beach and you fish on a pier, there's another jellyfish, and you fish on the pier will charge you a fee, and that fee will cover your fishing license, so you don't need a fishing license. So if you don't already have a South Carolina fishing license, fishing on a pier is one way you can avoid having to buy one. You just pay the fee to the pier itself. So if you have any questions about what it's like here Easter weekend in Myrtle Beach, just leave us a comment below. If you'd like to learn more about Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area, just click on the video on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.